Dr. Clow, what an honor having you here today at Honey Lake Clinic. As you probably know, most of our patients are here struggling with mood disorders, more specifically anxiety and depression. Where do you see boundaries in forming those people and the challenges they have?
Yeah, it's a good question, because what you're going to find in both the course of getting over or through depression and or anxiety, there's going to be a lot of boundaries work that take place in both. Just think about this for a second. You know, boundaries are basically about self-control. A fence around your property, you know, you're in control of your property and your neighbor's in control of theirs. And the boundary defines what you're in control of versus someone else. Well, let's take somebody that's been abused, for example. What's happened to them is at some point in life, somebody transgressed, crossed over their boundaries. There might have been physical boundaries in sexual abuse or physical abuse, or it might have been emotional boundaries. And what's happened is their fences have been knocked down. And so now after that abuse, they go out and live life, and people can walk all over them, and people can control them, and people can dump their trash in their yard emotionally and toxic stuff. And so sometimes, a lot of times, it's not the only thing that causes depression, but a lot of times people are walking around with a lot of pain that's getting renewed every single day because they're getting mistreated over and over because they can't say no to hurtful people. And so in dealing with the depression, there's certainly wounds that have got to be healed, there's traumatic stuff's got to be processed, but part of the recovery is also, you know, restructuring what it means to be a person. And if somebody's going to do something harmful to me, or somebody's going to dump their toxic waste in my heart or my head or whatever it is, then good boundaries would say, no, you know what, I'm going to close the gate on that. I don't really want that inside of my soul. And so if you can be nicer, then I'll invite you in. But boundaries help them get back and control themselves. Now you think about the anxiety part of it. Think, if I told you right now, if I said, okay, a bunch of people are going to come in here, you don't have any choices, we're going to dictate everything you got to do, and for the next hour, too bad. You'd go, what? What? Okay, that's a fear response to a loss of control. See, we were designed to have something called self-control. Now think about how anxious you would be if you were driving down the freeway. I live in Los Angeles, we got 8-lane freeways, right? Think if you're driving down the freeway and all of a sudden you went to steer your car and the steering wheel doesn't work anymore. You look in the lane next to you and there's this, you know, coke addict over there going, ah! And every time they turn the wheel, your car moves. Somebody's got control of your life. Well, if somebody doesn't have good boundaries and people are manipulating their life or controlling their life through guilt or anger or abandonment or however the way, then they don't have control of their life, and every day is that kind of anxiety, like, what's going to happen to me? You know, so depression, anxiety, they come from different systems and biochemical systems, sometimes from different kinds of injuries, but you're going to see boundaries work involved in getting better in both of them.